I'm Aubrey. I went to St. Jude because I had a cancer.
Right, USB audio is simple and easy to do, but when you have a look here at what you guys got another video here for you. Now this one is about the microphone not showing up in Windows 10, and this is how I resolved it. Pretty simple and easy to do, but when you have a look here at your device manager here, you can see the driver for the Focusrite USB audio is installed, and it says Scarlett Solo 2nd Gen, and that is installed also. And this could be a bit misleading, so when you go ahead and do an update for this driver to see if there's any available drivers, then you'll see that it says that it's got the best driver installed. The problem is it's not actually working. So I've got the driver installed and it's not detecting my microphone, so either the microphone is broken or it's a driver related issue. So let me go ahead and show you what happened on the system. I'm not sure what actually caused it, but again.
At Amica, we know what happens to your home also happens to you.
You've got the love.
Don't worry, we're here to get you through this.
I know I can count on you.
Hundreds of records to update. How on earth are you going to do that?
Well, I have...
One by one, of course. Oh, that was easy. Hey, wait, you're leaving. What about that dashboard?
Zia, show me a dashboard of leads from the past month.
It, but again, this is Windows 10, so just about anything can happen. But I've been plagued with audio issues, and this is a brand new system. So I go into the settings. settings and then microphone, just to check to make sure that the microphone toggle switches are on and that we are receiving the correct microphone for the software that we're using. In this case, we've got voice recorder here, and we've also got the software which we're using, which is the Camtasia Studio. Now, for some reason, it's not working in any other type of software even. The reason why that is because the driver is installed, but the microphone is not being detected inside Windows 10 itself. So when you go down the bottom here and have a look at Camtasia Studio, when I go to voice narration, when I go here, you can see there's no microphone to be selected here. Now I've got the microphone on, and when I touch the microphone, it actually activates in the Focusrite. The green light will start to flicker, which means that it's on and it's actually working. But down here, when I go to the control panel here for the sound, you'll see that inside here there is no Focusrite listed here, so it's not being picked up. So this could be a case where the Focusrite is now broken and it's not working, or it could be a driver issue. Now, a lot of people can get confused with this sort of thing, but what it is, without a driver, hardware will just not work. So you need to get that driver to work correctly, otherwise it will not be picked up here. You can see it's not even listed in the playback or recording tabs inside the audio. So there's not a lot else I can do here apart from remove the driver.
Get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium from Boost Infinite and transcend to a wireless utopia. Enjoy unlimited wireless and the latest iPhone every year for $60 a month. Infinitely better.
Meet Kiana, Shiori, and Karthik, just a few merchants from around the globe who have switched to Shopify, the leading e-commerce platform. Why'd they make the switch? Because Shopify makes it easier to run your online store. Sell everywhere your customers shop, reach new audiences, and manage everything all from one place. From Germany to Japan, see why millions of merchants are powering their business with Shopify. Are you ready to make the switch?
And remove it and reinstall it and see if that actually works. So what I've got here, there's no listing for the driver here either. So what I'm going to do is I will remove the driver completely. So I'm just showing you all the places where it should be listed, and you can see it's not being listed. And it can be quite misleading because you might be thinking to yourself that the driver is installed and the hardware is actually recognizing the driver, because it's when you're tapping on the microphone it actually moves. You can actually see the light flickering as if there's some sort of audio going through it, but this not being picked up on Windows 10. So what we're going to do here is first off I'm going to literally remove the whole driver again and go ahead and reinstall it. But first off, let me just quickly try troubleshooter tool that you run it, and most of the time it never fixes or resolves the problem. So I do find a good uninstall and remove every part of the driver and then try to reinstall it is probably the best, safest bet at the moment. So you can see it's not listed down here. Now normally you would get the Focusrite popping up down here as well. So let me go ahead, you would get the Focusrite popping up part of the driver and then try to reinstall it is probably the best, safest bet at the moment. Into Windows, literally remove the whole driver again and go ahead and reinstall it. But first off, let me just quickly try this troubleshoot here, see if this works. Now, if I'm completely honest, I've never had much luck with these troubleshooter tools that are built into Windows. For any type of troubleshooter tool that you run it, and most of the time it never fixes or resolves the problem. So I do find a good uninstall and remove every part of the driver and then try to reinstall it is probably the best, safest bet at the moment. So you can see it's not listed down here. Now normally you would get the Focusrite popping up down here as well. So let me go ahead and go back in here. I'm going to go back into Device Manager here and I'm going to remove any sort of hidden drivers here. Now this is a fresh install with Windows 10 1909. I was really trying to stay away from Windows 10 1909 because I was having problems with it, but when I did a fresh install on this new drive I ended up with an issue. So you can see some Scarlet ones here. I'm just going to uninstall this device driver here and delete all the drivers and remove this from the system just in case there's any sort of problems. Now I did uninstall this as well. I'll just try an update here to see whether there is some sort of update, but I tried disabling it and then tried to re-enabling it. I tried all the normal stuff that you would do to try and get this to work properly. But again, what I did here is I went onto the update driver, browsed my computer and let me pick from the list, and there was only a USB composite device here, so I went there and just tried to do this one here, but this did not work and it ended up causing more problems. So I'll go ahead and uninstall all of the device driver completely and delete everything. You can see here now I've got a yellow exclamation mark saying Focusrite control. So I will try a quick update here online, see whether it fixes it, and it says it's already installed and I'm able to install this. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this from the system. I'm going to remove everything and reinstall it, and hopefully that will rectify the problem. So you just want to make sure you got every remnant of that driver away and uninstalled off the system, and then go back and get your driver for your audio and hopefully reinstall this, and hopefully this will resolve the problem. If it doesn't and you're still having issues, it could be the fact that you have got some sort of hardware issue with your either microphone or the actual unit itself. So I'm just going to quickly install this one here and then we'll reboot the system. It's going to ask for a restart here. Now I'm going to click on finished and reboot the system. So when I go back into Device Manager, I have rebooted now. When I go back inside here, I'm just going to go to Focusrite USB audio, and you will see there is a USB audio root here which wasn't there before. So it has put something on the system which wasn't there, which I'm not sure how that's happened, but basically that has done that. And when I've done this now, I can already see my microphone is being detected and it's now being picked up. And when I look inside here, you can see there is Focusrite inside here. So it has detected all of that audio device now, and it seems to be working just as it should be. So it's just sometimes just a simple uninstallation of that driver and reinstall it is the solving problem. It's not that difficult to do, but again, you shouldn't have to do this sort of thing, but Windows 10 seems to be plagued with little problems
TJ's animated says microphone malfunctioned. TJ's animated says mic malfunction, somehow SMDH.